Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Tuesday, the 13th of May, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember, to subscribe, hit the like button and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 25th of April, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 2.79. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this time. The ETF has experienced a gain of 6.57%. This corresponds to an average return of 0.51% per day. Since its classification as a buy candidate, stop. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential negative change of approximately 7.89% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from negative 25.22% to negative 7.89%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 6.16%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between negative 9.56% and positive 12.37% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between 530.74 and 659.40. Our latest daily update for SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline: SPDR S&P 500 ETF price up 0.681% on Tuesday. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price gained 0.681% on the last trading day, Tuesday, the 13th of May, 2025. Rising from $582.84 to $586.81. During the last trading day, the ETF fluctuated 0.679%, with a day low at $582.85 and a day high of $586.81. The price has risen in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 5.86% over the past 2 weeks. Volume fell on the last day by 9 million shares, with a total of 62 million shares bought and sold for approximately $36.23 billion. It is important to consider that falling volume on higher prices can indicate divergence, which may serve as an early warning about potential changes in the upcoming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $613.23, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price is 4.31% or $26.42 below the 52-week high of $613.23, which is also the all-time high for the ETF. Coinbase is set to join the S&P 500 on May 19th, replacing Discover Financial Services. This milestone signifies a breakthrough for the digital asset sector, aligning well with increased institutional interest and market momentum. Following the announcement, Coinbase shares surged nearly 19%, marking its best trading day since a mid-election rally. This influx of capital may elevate the SPY in the short term, as investors typically purchase stocks included in the S&P 500 for index tracking. Additionally, President Trump's recent trade agreement with China is poised to alleviate inflation concerns, allowing the Federal Reserve more flexibility regarding interest rates. In the short term, lower interest rates could entice investors towards dividend-paying stocks, enhancing the appeal for SPY and other ETF constituents known for reliable dividends. Goldman Sachs has raised its S&P 500 forecast, suggesting bullish sentiment within the market. However, despite its recent recovery, warnings of a potential 20% market sell-off linger, emphasizing uncertainty and the need for vigilance among investors. As the S&P 500 regains momentum, crossing above critical indicators may signal further bullish trends, potentially lifting investor confidence. The implications of these developments could create volatility, but also present opportunities for both short and long-term gains in SPY, reflecting a complex interplay of optimism and caution in today's market landscape. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The chart today reflects mostly positive signals. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a favorable outlook for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal stemming from the relationship between these two signals, where the short-term average is above the long-term average. In the event of a downward correction, support is expected from the levels of $568.90 and $547.75. A drop below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, April 8, 2025, and thus far, the price has increased by 18.19%. Further gains are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Furthermore, a buy signal is also present from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, also known as NACD. It is noteworthy that volume decreased during the last trading day despite rising prices. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which could serve as an early warning. Therefore, the ETF should be monitored closely. Here are some additional signals that you may find intriguing. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 25 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 1 day ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 16 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 14 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 10 days ago. When we examine the 12-month chart, we observe short moving average, buy signal from 15 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 3 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages shows a buy signal from 46 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you wish to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is an inherent risk when an ETF tests a support level, as breaking this level may lead to a decline towards the next support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this support is breached, the next levels from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. This ETF typically exhibits average daily movements, and with sufficient trading volume, the risk is deemed to be medium. Over the last day, the ETF experienced a movement of $3.96 between its high and low, which represents a change of 0.679%. For the past week, the ETF has shown a daily average volatility of 0.81%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at $594.18. If you do not currently own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those who already hold the ETF, this could be a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it could serve as a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $567.42, reflecting a decrease of 3.3%. This exchange-traded fund experiences moderate daily fluctuations, indicating a medium level of risk. The 14-day Relative Strength Index is at 87, which significantly heightens the risk. Additionally, there is a buy signal from a pivot bottom that was identified 24 days ago. Is SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? Several short-term signals are positive. Despite the ETF being in a declining trend, we conclude that the current level may present a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for the ETF to perform well in the short term. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Wednesday, the 14th of May, we expect SPDR S&P 500 ETF to open lower by $1.32, starting at $585.49. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on information from StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.